Archangel Michael says, something has been set in motion around your home that is not ordinary. A presence has been circling in silence, watching your every move with the patience of a shadow waiting to strike. This isn't just a coincidence. This is a sign from the higher realm that danger has been monitoring you under the disguise of silence. You may have seen the black car parked nearby more than once, lingering in the same corner as if it had lost its way. But it hasn't lost direction, it's been given instructions to observe, report, and wait. The timing, the pattern, the stillness of that vehicle is not random, it is a calculated move in a larger scheme involving your destiny. You are not being paranoid. What you are sensing, that chilling unease in your spirit when you step outside or look through the curtain, is your soul picking up on the alert from the divine. This presence is not here to greet or protect, it is here to uncover what you don't yet know about your own surroundings. The person inside that car is not a stranger. They know your face. They've been sent because something about you threatens the comfort of those working in the dark. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, this isn't the first time you've been targeted by hidden forces cloaked in casual appearance. You've been marked before, not because you're weak, but because your light disturbs the dark agenda of many. The black car outside is just the most recent expression of how spiritual warfare appears in the physical world. You were meant to open this message at this exact moment because tonight, that car will circle again. Its engine may be off, its lights may be dimmed, but the intention behind it is fully awake. Heaven has issued this alert so you will not ignore the clues that have been hiding in plain sight. The man sitting in that vehicle has seen your photo. He's not random. He's connected to someone who has long desired to see your downfall, and now they've sent eyes to watch your every move and gather more than you're aware of. It started days ago, but the plan was birthed months before. Your name came up during a private conversation between two individuals who pretended to care. But behind closed doors, they whispered your address like a code word. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The person who sent that black car knows you personally. At one point, they smiled at your success. But inside, they were boiling with envy, and now they've paid for someone else to dig into your privacy and your patterns. There's a file being created about you. Details are being collected, not by police, but by people who are trying to disguise their intentions with legality. But the real goal is to make you feel surrounded, weakened, and watched until you crack. You are not meant to shrink. This warning has arrived because the heavens want you to stand prepared, not frightened. You must be spiritually armored now because they're counting on your confusion to carry out their next phase. Inside that car is not just a man, it is a vessel holding information about you. He's writing things down, taking photos discreetly, and reporting everything to someone who calls you a threat. What you said last week sparked this chain of surveillance. Type Amen to get blessing 555. That conversation you had was not forgotten. You thought it was a simple expression of honesty, but someone heard it, twisted it, and made it sound like a challenge. Now they've retaliated by placing that car near your window, close enough to hear footsteps. Don't let routine blind you. The presence of the black car will seem harmless to your neighbors, but not to the spirit realm. The energies around your home have shifted, and your angels are placing a fiery ring of protection tonight. They cannot enter your home, but they can linger outside it. That is why you're being told now, because the next attempt will not be from afar. They're moving in closer, and something about your recent activity has made them nervous. You unknowingly disrupted a plan they had. You made a decision that shifted your future out of their control. They thought they had time, but your spiritual growth startled them into sending a warning disguised as a car. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You might receive a message soon. It could come through a wrong number, a knock at your door, or even a fake opportunity that looks golden. But it's a test, engineered by the same people behind the black car to see if you're still unguarded. Be very careful with your documents, your phone calls, and your visitors. Every casual moment is now being used as a data point. But here is the greater truth: they are trying to trap someone who cannot be tamed. Archangel Michael says, the reason you are targeted is because you have divine insight into something hidden. Your dreams, your inner knowledge, your intuition. All have disturbed the slumber of the manipulators. So they sent someone to sit in stillness, but you've noticed. The man in the black car was told not to interact, only to gather and disappear. But heaven's light made sure you saw him. You were chosen to sense what others would ignore. Your gift is too strong to be overlooked now. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This plan started when someone betrayed you silently. They made a call, gave a location, and thought you would never find out. But divine timing has allowed you to know everything without them ever confessing. You've begun to notice certain cars passing by slowly, a few strange glances from neighbors, maybe even unfamiliar people showing up in nearby shops. These are all pieces of a plan set to unravel soon, but not to harm you. To expose them. You will soon overhear a conversation that will confirm what you already suspect. Don't ignore it. The black car outside is the opening chapter of a much larger operation that's about to fall apart. Their timing is off. What they thought was a strategy is now backfiring. Because you've awakened faster than expected. Your angels are not only protecting you, they are beginning to interfere with their attempts. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The black car hasn't moved for hours at times because they're testing your fear. They want you to be rattled. But every time you feel that tension in your chest, remind yourself, you are not the one being hunted, they are being revealed. This is a divine reversal. What they meant for intimidation will become their exposure. Every camera, every log, every note about you will become their downfall. Someone is about to confront them. A witness who knows the driver will speak up unexpectedly. This person has been waiting for the right moment, and now they feel called to step forward. You don't need to knock on doors or chase after answers. The truth is rolling toward you with undeniable force. The same force that moved that black car to your street will now move it away forever, but not before it leaves behind the proof. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Archangel Michael says, don't be surprised if you start dreaming about license plates, car models, or unfamiliar faces. These are spiritual codes your mind is decoding while you rest. Listen closely, they carry divine strategy. Tonight, you are not alone. You are being shielded even as this message enters your awareness. What you see as a threat is only a tool God will use to expose the hidden mouths that cursed you behind your back. This car is symbolic. It represents everything they tried to hide now coming to the surface. And the same road it drove in on will be the same path they use to retreat once heaven finishes its work. You have 72 hours to prepare yourself spiritually. Don't engage in arguments, don't speak too much, watch and observe. The car's movements, the patterns, the silence, they will all make sense very soon. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Even if the black car disappears for a while, do not assume the mission is over. Sometimes, they retreat only to re-strategize. But the angels guarding your home are always several steps ahead. You'll feel the atmosphere change again. The air might feel heavier or lighter depending on the hour. These sensations are your spirit sensors aligning with angelic movements. Trust yourself now more than ever. If your heart says don't step out at a certain time, don't. If you feel like praying longer, do it. Everything you do in alignment with divine prompting will deflect their arrows. Your name is protected. Your home is shielded. The man in the black car was never more powerful than the forces around you. He is only a shadow, but you carry the fire. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The next 24 hours are going to reveal something that was meant to remain hidden. A message will be accidentally intercepted, perhaps a text, a forwarded photo, or a voice note, and it will make everything clear. You won't even have to search for it. It will arrive right when your spirit is ready to receive it. There's a woman connected to the man in the black car. She knows you too, and at one point pretended to be on your side. But recently, she's shifted her energy, and her silence is no longer innocent. She's feeding him information, whispering to him details you once shared in confidence. Her motive is not jealousy, it's fear. Fear that you're rising too fast, becoming too powerful, too aware of what's beneath the surface. This is not just about surveillance. It's a setup being staged piece by piece to make you react. But you will not respond how they expect you to. Type Amen to get blessing 636. You will rise with strategy. You will not panic. Every move you make from this point on will be guided by heaven's whisper and protected by Archangel Michael's sword. Even if you are tempted to confront the car or the people involved, don't. The exposure will come not through confrontation, but through collapse. Their plan is already cracking, and the angels are letting them unravel by their own hand. A phone call is coming. It may seem unrelated at first, but listen carefully. The person on the other end will mention something that gives away they know too much about you, and it will confirm your suspicion. They may ask odd questions or bring up old topics as a trap. Stay calm. Remember, the black car outside was never the real weapon, it's just a mirror reflecting the fear of your enemies. They are afraid of what you are becoming. Your elevation has made them anxious. And in that anxiety, they are making errors that will open doors of truth in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 979. Archangel Michael says, the disguise is thinning. That man's face will be revealed soon, not by force, but by a divine accident that will leave everyone in shock. A neighbor, a camera, or even a passerby will unintentionally capture what was never meant to be seen. Don't underestimate how powerful silence can be right now. Your lack of reaction is causing them confusion. They expected you to panic, but your peace is unsettling to the forces watching. A digital trace is being recorded. That black car's license plate has already triggered a search elsewhere. Unknown to them, someone in authority has taken note of its repeated visits and is beginning to watch them too. It's no longer just you being watched, the watchers are being watched now. And they don't even realize it. The tables are turning faster than they can comprehend. Type Amen to get blessing 808. The next strange noise you hear outside may not be random. But do not fear it. Instead, speak silently in your heart, call on protection, and it shall arrive before the next sound completes. There's an object being left near your home, possibly a note or a package. Do not touch it if your spirit says no. Let it be, or take a photo first. This may be a decoy meant to measure your response time. Everything they're doing is recorded in heaven's books. Your stillness is your power now. Do not give them the reaction they crave. There's a spiritual surveillance stronger than any camera watching you. Angels are stationed at each corner of your home, even on your rooftop. You may not see them, but they are there with their swords drawn, waiting for a command. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You've come this far because your name is marked with divine favor. The moment they sent that black car, they unknowingly declared war with heaven. And heaven never loses battles it chooses to fight. Keep your head high. Your awareness has already broken their rhythm. The more they try to monitor, the more exposed they become. One of them is beginning to question the mission. The man in the car is starting to feel uneasy, something about you doesn't make sense to him. You're not afraid, and that scares him more than anything. Soon, he will leave. But not before his identity is captured. His face will be exposed, not just to you, but to someone who once worked with him. And that someone is now preparing to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 117. Stay alert in the early morning hours. That's when shifts happen. The car may drive off suddenly, only to return again during a time they think you won't notice. But you're not the same anymore. You've been awakened. What once made you tremble now gives you strength. There's a plan to approach you soon. Perhaps in the form of a question, a favor, or even a warning disguised as concern. Don't fall for it. The same people who want to warn you may be the ones who started it all. The black car will soon become evidence. It's no longer a vehicle, it's a key. A key that will unlock names, motives, and betrayals that were long hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They never expected you to connect the dots so quickly. But your spiritual sensitivity is a gift they cannot decode. You see through things that others ignore. If you've been feeling tired or heavy lately, that's the energy they've been projecting toward you. But that ends now. Archangel Michael has placed divine armor over your body and energy. From this moment on, every eye watching you without good intent will be blinded spiritually. They will lose access to your frequency. You are shifting to a vibration they cannot reach. The man in the black car won't be able to remain anymore. He will be moved by fear, fear not of you, but of what surrounds you. The angelic realm is making it unbearable for him to continue. Type Amen to get blessing 333. He might try one final move, maybe approach someone near you or fake an innocent reason for being nearby. But it won't work. His mask is slipping, and the truth is leaking out faster than he can patch it. Soon, someone will message you or say something like, "I saw a car that's been near your place a lot." That confirmation will arrive when you're ready. It will not come too early or too late. The people who sent that black car are in panic mode now. They've realized something they cannot stop. You are covered, you are protected, and you are becoming more powerful than their secrets. Every false narrative they built is burning down. One by one, the lies they told will be revealed by witnesses who didn't even mean to expose them. That's divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There will come a moment where you'll be asked to give your side. Don't overspeak. Let the truth work for you. The more they try to prove a lie, the more foolish they will appear. Your silence will echo louder than their accusations. Your light will blind their cameras. Your peace will dismantle their chaos. You are entering a season where your enemies will admit defeat, not by choice, but because they'll run out of lies to hide behind. The black car was their attempt to shake you, but it only strengthened your roots. Be still. Watch. Everything is aligning perfectly. Divine order is in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 888. A shift is happening around your home, and even the animals can feel it. Birds have grown silent in the early hours, and dogs nearby sense the unusual stillness in the air. Everything around you is warning you softly but clearly, this presence is not ordinary. You might notice your technology behaving strangely. A sudden glitch, a call that cuts out, a device that lights up at odd times. These disruptions aren't random, they are signs that your energy field is being monitored. But here is the part they didn't calculate. Your energy is divinely coded. What they try to tap into will only confuse them further. You are surrounded by frequencies they cannot decode, and this frustrates the person in that black car. Type Amen to get blessing 555. He's starting to question why this assignment feels different. Why every note he takes leads to dead ends. Why every detail about you contradicts what he was told. The woman who sent him has an agenda, but she failed to understand your destiny. She used money and manipulation, but nothing can override divine protection. She's growing desperate, and desperation makes people reckless. Someone close to her is about to back out. That person knows what they're doing is wrong, and soon they will send a cryptic message or leave behind a clue. It will be brief, but it will be everything you need. Archangel Michael says, this entire situation has been allowed only so that it can collapse in front of you. The black car is not a threat, it is a signal of their failure. They've exposed themselves in trying to expose you. Type Amen to get blessing 323. There's a neighbor who's been noticing things too. They've seen that same black car idle at strange hours. They've written it off as coincidence, until now. Now, they're watching with you. This person will play an unexpected role. They will speak up just when you least expect it. Their words will affirm that you are not the only one who sees the strange pattern outside your window. The black car won't last much longer. The man inside is beginning to feel pressure. Spiritual pressure that's making him restless. He's beginning to sweat, lose sleep, and question why nothing about you matches the plan he was given. You'll soon hear of a confrontation. A mistake he makes will lead to a run-in with someone who recognizes him. He will try to dismiss it, but that moment will begin the unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There will be a breaking point, a day when the car doesn't return, not because the mission is over, but because they're regrouping in panic. That day will be silent, but don't be fooled. That silence will carry weight. It is during that quiet that your next step will be revealed. You will receive insight through a dream, a phrase, or a symbol that repeats itself. Trust it. Write it down. It is your map. Their goal was to make you uncertain of yourself. But they have accidentally activated the most powerful version of you. You now see the patterns, the false smiles, the energy shifts. You are awake. There is one final attempt they will make. A familiar voice will reach out under the guise of concern. This is their last trap. Listen more to the energy than the words. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They will ask about your health, your routine, or try to meet. But this is not kindness, it's collection. They want information. But you are no longer accessible. You've stepped into divine lockdown. Your thoughts are protected. Your words are now filtered through wisdom. Even your silence has become a shield. The black car's presence may have been intimidating at first, but now it only reveals their fear. You are not the hunted. You are the revelation they feared would wake up too soon. Every document, every false witness, every plan they had, is dissolving. Divine light has pierced through the layers of their strategy. Their web of lies is burning from the inside. Type Amen to get blessing 444. And you? You're walking out untouched. Stronger. Wiser. And fully aware of your divine authority. You were never meant to fight them with physical strength. Your discernment, your peace, and your silence have already won this war. Soon, the man in the black car will be reassigned or removed entirely. He'll never return to your area, not because he succeeded, but because he couldn't handle what surrounded you. You'll look out your window and feel it, stillness, true stillness. The kind that comes after a storm that tried and failed to uproot a tree too deeply planted. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You were that tree. You didn't move. You didn't bend. You held your ground while heaven fought the hidden battle behind the scenes. And now, the reward begins. With the removal of the black car, the flow of blessings will return. The blockages they tried to place are lifting. Money that was withheld will start to move. Opportunities that were paused will resume. Relationships that were confused will begin to clarify. It will feel like a switch flipped. Because it has. The energy that hovered near your home is now leaving, cast out by the very angels who guard your gate. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, this is a divine sign of your authority. The black car could never stop what's already written over your life. But it came as a reminder of how much heaven will fight for you when others try to bring you down. Remember this moment. Remember how it felt when fear tried to whisper, and faith shouted louder. This memory will be your weapon for every future battle. The people who tried to orchestrate your silence are now hiding from their own exposure. They will avoid you, block you, deny everything, but heaven has seen it all. Screenshots will surface. Conversations will leak. Eyes that once watched you will become eyes that beg for mercy. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The car that sat outside will become symbolic of every plot that couldn't touch you. It will be the reminder that surveillance cannot stop the supernatural. They will now fear what you know. Because they don't understand how you saw through it. But you didn't need cameras, you had angels. Tonight, the skies over your home are brighter. That is not just coincidence, it is the clearing. The spiritual fog has lifted, and your life will feel lighter because of it. Watch your sleep. You will rest more peacefully now. Your dreams will become prophetic again, vivid and filled with wisdom. The energy is shifting for your good. Type Amen to get blessing 808. And when you wake up, walk with assurance. The black car is no longer watching you, you are the one who has seen through the black car. They cannot trap you again. You've elevated. You've been activated. And nothing can stop what heaven has started in your favor.